Just want to say love and blessings to you always.
Hi everyone, welcome to the powerful month of June, where we have the solstice coming on the 21st, which the most accurate way to describe it is how it feels, particularly for this one, is that we will have a reset of energy. So have a moment to think of that word reset and think about what that means. And literally, as I say that, the angels are giving me pictures of clocks, or these clocks, which is also a symbol that I've been noticing lately. And so obviously there's the idea of clocks resetting. So what does that mean for you? Also, clocks for me can represent a shift of reality, like the changing of time. So let's say that there's a clock and it stops working, the batteries go, or spirit make it stop. Okay, it's like a readjustment before you go again. And reset can also mean, so imagine that your clock's out of whack. Okay, so think of that as you, as your clock's out of whack. So through the power of energy, it goes haywire, it switches off for a moment, and then it resets. You've been offered a reset for life. Just get a sense and feeling of a great big energy cleanse, a big shift, a big wave of energy coming through. Okay, and resetting things like a positive tsunami. That's how they're showing it me, like a tsunami of white light, a wave of white light coming through and washing over everything. Okay, and as it does, all the debris, now I'm seeing the debris that's coming up in the crash of the waves. Okay, so all that toxic debris and then being floated off and away. So for some, so on the global scale, that can mean some devastation. On a spiritual, higher sense, it's a resetting. So there's a bit of both. Okay. So I've also been shown the number 8 sideways, as in the affinity symbol, and I feel like if we do this, it's like a energy sign of the infinity, a powerful, powerful, powerful symbol. What I'm being given now is like a white light line of the sideways 8, and to visualize it as having a fire, so a white, like the candle that you see just there, it's a white candle and the flame is just really going off right now. So that's another spiritual thing. So imagine the white line with fire. Okay, and this is healing, cleansing, and a powerful image. It's also an image and a symbol of strength, inner strength, spiritual strength, and a cleansing, a deep cleansing for yourself personally and on earth. Okay, so with that, I feel some warning bells come up with some world energy for June and July, and further on after that as well. July, definitely the intensity that I've mentioned a number of times now, and I'll definitely speak about that in the next month video, where we have a lot happening then. Eclipses, Mercury retrograde, and just an intensity of energy, but also some spiritual growth there as well. So the number 8 on its own can represent infinity, passion. So have a think about your passion igniting like that flame. So that sense of what is meaningful for you, what lights your fire, literally, again, the candle image, what ignites a spark in you, okay, creatively, intuitively, and energetically. So that's important. This is a month of coming into yourself and your power and switching off the outside world. Again, there's that symbol of lights and switching on, switching off. So switching off any negative influence, such as it might be TV or games or your smartphone, or just anything that's like interference, switching off, and switching on your inner light and understanding and believing and remembering who you are and the power of divinity within you and surrounding you, but all the answers are within. Okay, so if you are undergoing any sense of emotions, then withdrawing yourself is a positive thing to do for your own growth and healing. So I feel some people barricading themselves. So with that, also a reminder of spiritual protection, and something that came through for today is metal being a very powerful material. So metal, we can include, gold and silver, so on, but I'm very much more thinking of metal, and the silver, stainless steel, that kind of thing. Could be copper too and that kind of thing, but especially the silver tones. And representing like a sheathing, like a spiritual shield of protection for yourself and great healing. Also, if you wear silver, it is very, very powerful. You can actually wear silver and have your gemstones with silver, such as a silver pendant with a crystal, and that will amplify the healing properties, and also it will boost your intuition as well. So silver is a color for this month, and metal. So don't budge, don't compromise on anyone that is oppressive to you and or overburdening you in any way. This is about also stepping into your power, which requires courage, faith, confidence. So then we're asking now Archangel Michael to step forward and step through and give us the confidence and courage to be ourselves around other people, to be true to ourselves in this world, and any confidence and courage we need in life, or for any goals or any events or anything that might be happening around us, or anything that we want to bring forward to manifest or achieve. To step out there, okay? Noticing the throat chakra, so I'm feeling this area here, a little bit of the feeling of being bottled up, okay, and storing a bit in the chest, this whole area. So let's heal that away. Let's ask Archangel Michael to come through. So there's a sense that he's already here, and the angels can be so funny. So, okay, so he's saying, I'm already here. I was here all along, okay. So now asking Archangel Michael to remove any negative energy from us, anything we might be storing on our energy or physical bodies, to remove it now, and also to cut all cords around us. Any cords that need to be cut, any debris, again I've been showing that tsunami debris, okay, so lifting it away. And as I say that, that reminds me of a message that I gave last month, if you recall, this card here, and I was mentioning how this was meaning feeling safe in the journey of life, and the metaphor of the water and St. Christopher. And what was interesting there, I was also talking about the cleansing and Jesus cleansing from ancient times, and allowing the angels to lift away our burdens and lift away and up. And also as they lift things away, we are uplifted. And then after that, I kept thinking there was a more powerful message there, and with the St. Christopher reference. So I'll just read you a little excerpt from the booklet that comes with this. So notice any energy feelings that you might feel as I say any words or sentences. So again, the metal reference, have a listen to this. People have long carried St. Christopher medals. Think of the metals and those small little charms that you can get, or even in the Catholic religion they have this little St. Christopher charms and so on, and also medals in terms of protection against negative energy, negative spirits and so on, putting them in the four corners or under your bed. So medals to ensure safe journeys. He became the patron saint of travelers, so we talked about that as a symbol of traveling. So the card was actually safe travels. And I did receive some messages about people who were actually traveling, so that was an important message for them. Because of his occupation, which involved carrying people across the river. So I feel that greatly energetically, carrying, just like the angels carrying us, we being carried over turbulent waters. So the powerful message I'm receiving now also is that we are being carried. Allow Spirit to carry us and uplift us and lift away any burdens. They are carrying us in this journey. We are not alone. So to really feel that. Legend says that he was a large man who could easily transport anyone no matter what their size. So it's strength, physical strength, supernatural strength, also representing our inner strength and our spiritual strength. So now actually imagine, so this is an energy thing right now that they're saying, visualize yourself as lifting up, getting bigger, stronger, amplify yourself. Feel that superhero quality without the narcissism. Okay, so a super size, a super solid, super sonic, super structure of yourself, supernatural. So really enliven that now. Think of that white energy, the electricity, lightning, in a positive way. Also the metal. One day, a small boy asked to be taken across the water. Despite his small frame, the child's weight nearly made Christopher collapse. So even though it was a small baby, very small, for St. Christopher, the weight made him collapse, even though he was a big, strong man. Okay, so this is interesting. So the next line, upon reaching the riverbank, so it was only after he reached the riverbank, so after he just performed this great feat, the boy revealed his true identity. He was Christ. Okay, so just feel that energy now. That Christ energy. And we are reminded that Christ is within us. We are as Christ is. And you can manifest, you can expand your own sense of Christ self and connect with that. The saint's name, so St. Christopher's name, means Christ bearer. So that's a powerful message there with powerful energy. So just have a feel of that. Let me know what comes up for you and how that feels for you. And that's a great way to start with that message as an uplifting energy. Okay, so anything else I want to say is that with that resetting and that influx of energy coming through, is to remember that we've come a long way. We're really upscaling our spiritual journey and our evolution. So get ready for positive change. Believe in yourself. Carry your sword of light. And do the work of God, of divinity, for humanity. But start with yourself and reach out to your family, those important to you, those that you care about, that are in your everyday life or close to that, and then expand from there. And it really is a ripple effect. Lead by example and inspire others, and that inspiration, they're saying, is again like that spark of light that I talked about. So reigniting that spark. So I'd like to say a very powerful quote that I recently heard, and I just feel the energy of it and the relevance right now for you. And it's so open yourself up energetically. Let that light in, expand it. Okay. Ego says, once everything falls into place, I'll find peace. So the idea there is, okay, once everything falls into place, once everything happens, then I'll find peace. But does that peace ever come? No, because you're never at that point, because that point is always further and further and further away. Spirit says, so instead of what ego says, Spirit says, first find your peace, and then everything will fall into place. So really feel that now. So ego says, once everything falls into place, then I'll find peace. But Spirit powerfully says, first you find your peace, and then everything falls into place. And I'm going to leave you with that ambient energy right now, and just asking the angels to fully support our endeavors to lift us up, to allow us to rise up, to allow to peacefully and productively, safely open up our energy bodies and our higher mind, our will, to allow in the light and the higher energies in safe, healing, productive ways. So that when we are reset, then we can move forward in higher faith, hope, with our energies clearer, higher, more amplified, ready for the next step, allowing Spirit to communicate with us, to send us messages, to receive the signs, messages, insight and wisdom that is here for us right now, to quieten our mind and allow for higher energy and synchronicities to happen. As I speak of synchronicity has been huge in the last while and coming up in the next while. So this month, next month, and previously in May, synchronicity. Notice the synchronicity. They're saying, go where the synchronicity takes you, follow the lead, have courage and faith. So if fears come up to do with any synchronistic signs or events or anything like giving someone a call or whatever, anything like that that might come up, or like, you know, trying out for a job or whatever it is, take that step, okay? So your foot feels tender, but they will strengthen it. They will carry you through and across, just like Saint Christopher carried Jesus Christ and became known as Christ bearer. So too you are a bearer of Christ energy. And as I say that, the energy expands again. So just open up to that healing energy and receive. Sit in the silence. Relax, deep breaths, or whatever feels natural to you. First find your peace, and then everything will fall into place.